We have crossed the $1 trillion mark in credit card debt in America today. It is insane what is going on in the culture regarding our money. And we have to remember that these credit card companies, for them, this is good news. It's not bad news for them. It's good news for them because this is how they make their money. $175 billion was made last year just from consumers alone in their interest payments towards these credit card companies. So they're not giving this battle up, and they have no plans to stop what they're doing. It's on us, it's on you, it's on me to control our spending habits, control how we use our money and what we spend our money on, especially for things that we can't afford, at least at the time. A little self-control, a little patience is going to get us out of the rut that we are in as a country when it comes to credit card debt. But again, these companies want you to continue to be stuck in this loop of you have to get a better credit score. If you want to get a better car loan, a better mortgage, you have to get your credit right. And credit is everything you need to be successful in the country. That's the mantra out there, but it's just not true. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I wanted to read this article for you that came out in the AP Associated Press that talked about how you can improve your credit score and the ways they're trying to help you improve your credit score because they want you to stay locked into the credit game. So, AP article says how credit scores are evolving to improve access to credit, not to help you get out of credit debt, not to help you pay off your loans, not to help you to not never have to get into credit debt again and just have money in your bank account. It's how to improve your access to credit because again, credit, that's the mantra. That's the financial gospel is you need credit. You need a credit card to build your credit, to get more money to build credit. And it's just this continuous loop that you're going into, even though your debts are going up and you're struggling even more, but this is what they want you to play. So the article is, I'm just going to read a little bit of this. It says a low credit score can hurt your ability to take out a loan, secure a good interest rate, or increase the spending limit on your credit card. See how it's all revolves around debt, a loan, get a better interest rate for a loan, or to increase your spending limit on a credit card that also increases your chances of going into debt and paying higher interest rates or higher interest fees. So again, it's all about getting you into more and more debt. Some reasons for a low score are out of your control, such as unexpected medical debt or a lack of credit history. Again, now, lack of credit history actually is in your control. You just don't have to get the credit card. You don't have to get the car loan. You don't have to get the mortgage. All of these things are assumed that you have to do to be able to drive a car or get a house, or it's all assumed and it's all based on a false assumption. Credit agencies Credit rating agencies are now working to improve access to credit by giving more people more time to pay medical bills before the debt appears in reports and by removing other debt completely. They're also making it easier to count rent, utility payments, and other recurring bills, a boon for those who need credit the most. Again, these are all things that you can reasonably control. Obviously, with inflation, with all of the deal issues that we're dealing with on a macroeconomic level, that still doesn't rob you of agency. You still have the ability to choose what you do with the money that you're bringing in, whether it's $50,000 a year, 30,000 a year, 130,000 a year, 250,000 a year. And this is not an income issue. I mean, a third of people making $250,000 or more are still living paycheck to paycheck. So it's not an income issue. It's mostly the vast majority of financial success or failure is due to personal behavior, your personal choices that you make with the finances that you have, whether you're at 30,000 or 230,000. It really doesn't matter. But this credit card insanity, it needs to stop because you're the only one who can help yourself get out of the rut that you're in. There's nothing else that somebody is going to come do for you if you actually want to end the credit insanity. And so you don't need to get locked up in the credit game because they want you to stay where you are. They want you to stay locked into needing them to live your life when in reality you don't need them. There's a lot of people around the country that are debt free. One guy who's helped millions of people get free, obviously I'm sure you've heard of him, is Dave Ramsey, and he talked a little bit about this whole credit game that people are playing and why it's really not the best thing that they can do to be playing the game, but he says it in his inimitable fashion. So I want to play that for you real quick.
So here's the thing. People get credit cards for mainly one reason. So they can buy crap they don't have the money to buy.
Right.
And then they justify going, well, I need to build my credit. That's what they say. Because that's what rich people do. Rich people build their credit. Oh, crap. All the rich people that we interview say they get out of debt and stay out of debt. And that's how they got rich. They don't pay payments all the time. Because, see, there's only one way to build your credit, go in debt, right? So you can build your credit. Why? So I can go into debt. Why? So I can build my credit. Why? So I can go into debt. Why? So I can build my credit. It's a dog chasing its tail. It's called the Great FICO Scam.
And we are all have all succumbed to it at some point in our lives, but we don't have to. And that's the beauty of living in the country that we're living in, is that you actually still have the choice to make each and every day to change your financial life. You don't have to succumb to the credit card companies. You don't have to succumb to needing credit, needing loans. You can actually buy cars in cash. You can buy a house in cash, or you can buy a house with a mortgage without having to go get a credit card or get a car loan. These things are all possible, but you don't hear about them because, again, these are not things that people want you to hear, especially credit card companies want you to hear, because they're making money off of you using their credit cards, whether through transaction fees, whether through annual interest rates, whether through just transfer or credit balance or transfer balances on your credit cards. They want you to stay locked into this credit game and say, man, if I had a better credit score, I'll be able to go in more debt. I'll be able to go in more debt with a lesser interest rate. It's all about getting into more debt when debt is not the path to freedom. Debt is a path. Debt is a path to bondage. Financial freedom is actual financial freedom and not owing anybody anything. The borrower is the slave to the lender. The Bible says you don't have to be caught up in the slave master mentality when it comes to your finances. You can be absolutely free and own everything free and clear. And I can show you how to get on that path to owning everything free and clear with zero debt. If you want a free consultation, just go to the link below at ramseycoach.com/Doulos Financial Coaching. We'll schedule a 30-minute consultation just to sit down and talk about where you're at financially and how I can help you get to the path of being truly independent, financially free, never needing to get a credit card ever again.